Why do I always get volunteered to host?
I hosted last week, so it's your turn.
Yeah.
I think Raisiny should host.
No, not today.
We probably should have figured this out before we started the stream.
Yeah,
It's the bunker. We don't prepare for anything. What the hell?
True.
What are you talking about? Yeah, preparation. What?
what's that? Anyway, yeah, NASA Bunker 33 where we don't prepare for anything. So how are you
guys
doing?
are really gonna make
Shanti?
me host.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. Kind of in and out a little bit tonight because it's still like Purim, so I'm going to be listening to a remixed Purim story about a crying Nazi. So I will be intermittently switching between this stream and that one just so that I can get lulls in.
You know, the only thing better than a crying Nazi is a freshly punched Nazi.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Or freshly kicked Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically the court proceedings of Chris Cantwell, boo, who sued activist Emily Gorsunsky for, stopping his bullshit at Charlottesville and all that stuff. So it's a pretty good script, and I'm laughing heartily at all the costumes and the drinking game rules and so forth.
Nice. Well, we can always turn this stream into a drinking game. Drink if Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
I'm already drunk.
God, my liver's already gonna die.
Fine.
I think I just
All
felt
right,
one of
guys,
my
see you
kidneys
next
pass
week.
out.
Good luck with the alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. You guys can introduce yourselves at any order you feel like.
Well, I'm Chris Pear, the producer here, the worst producer on YouTube, so...
Oh my.
I don't know. I may be worse than you. I'm Quiddy's the Sprinkler, and I don't even know how to produce, so I probably suck worse than Chrismer.
That's not true. You can produce titty sprinkles.
Yeah.
Oh, I can produce a lot of titty sprinkles.
And there between Quiddies and Vishanti is for no reason. I guess I'm
Hi.
Oh, anyway. Hi. So yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about how Ted Cruz is a Zodiac. No, we can't. Our lawyers are telling me.
Allegedly.
Yeah, our lawyers are telling me to say allegedly the Zodiac killer because we can't officially, make that.
He's the Zodiac killer. I don't care.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We've got like $20 between the four of us, so don't sue us.
Please don't sue us, Ted Cruz. Don't. I mean, you already have one problem with yeah. Before we go into that, let's just go how much of a shitbag Ted Cruz is. Buddies, you wanna handle this?
Sure. So, yeah, after Ted Cruz decided to say fuck you guys and leave Texas when everyone's power was out and people were freezing to death, his colleagues decided to mess with him by posting memes in his locker. So, with so many former class presidents crammed into one place, Capitol Hill proved vulnerable to high school hijinks on Wednesday morning. After his infamous Cancun junket, Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas was the subject of a prank in the locker room of the Senate gym midweek, Carol Lee and Leanne Caldwell of NBC News reported. Early birds turning up for a workout Wednesday morning came across color printouts of Cruz in his airport getup, which included a light polo shirt and a mask bearing the Texas flag, according to NBC, who reviewed the materials provided by two sources. Quote, the rendering featured a manipulated photo of Cruz from his well-documented trip to Mexico, dragging his luggage across an Arctic landscape while holding a tropical cocktail garnished with a slice of fruit in his other hand, Leon Caldwell wrote. The printouts included a crossover meme with Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont's viral pose in mittens at President Joe Biden's inauguration, photoshopped into the frigid backdrop, NBC said. Beyond the optics of the Cruz Cancun trip, blowback intensified after Houston police confirmed they received a request for security assistance from Cruz's office and sent a detail to the airport as first responders were stretched thin during the life-threatening power and utilities crisis. Sometime later on Wednesday, the photos were taken down, according to the report. Only current and former senators are allowed in the gym, which has been the source of other Capitol Hill drama, such as when Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky took heat for getting a workout in after he had tested positive for COVID-19. That sounds exactly like something Rand Paul would do too.
Yeah, it does.
Cruz's office did not immediately respond to insiders' request for comment.
Of course they
It
didn't.
remains unclear who carried out the prank.
Yeah. That's
I can just see Bernie Sanders sitting in the snow with that disappointed old Jewish man look on his face, watching Cruz walk to his airplane holding a cocktail.
Yeah. Can I just thank whatever hero did that, because not all heroes wear capes.
No, they
That's
don't.
right.
No, that's exactly right.
So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go to the wheel again, because again we have way too many options to pick from.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Teach us the lesson that we should learn. It's an old Animaniacs joke. Come on, guys.
Thank you, Aunt Slappy.
Okay, prove Ted Cruz is Zodiac killer.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
God.
2, 3, 4.
I learned that from Business Blaze. Where's Craven Mordick when you need him?
Seriously.
I'm gonna message him. Tell him to get his butt in here.
Now, some of these are from very biased sources, so they may say some stuff that you
Allegedly.
don't agree with. Allegedly, yeah. Let's go ahead and get that first video.
I used to be a doubter too. Carefree, living my life without knowing the truth, but now he's all I see at night. Eyes that pierce your soul. The mouth, I can never figure out if it's smiling or frowning. Ted Cruz, family man, senator, candidate for president of the United States, serial killer. Does this look like a man who's standing like a normal human being, or perhaps rather a man trying to find a comfortable position in his human skin suit? Wake up, America! No, I
Does
won't
this
stop
video
until the
have
world knows
audio?
the truth, or at least it's put.
Y'all can't hear it?
No.
No.
Did you forget to click or check audio?
No, I clicked on it.
Good old bunker. We don't prepare for things.
Hold on a minute. Share screen. Share audio. Screen 2. Share. Y'all said y'all heard it earlier.
We heard.
Yeah, then
We
you
heard
had to
you.
refresh everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Did you hear that?
No.
I'm not hearing anything.
Let me see the other one then. That one,
All I'm seeing is your screen flashing black and coming back. Now I hear a phone ringing.
okay, that's good. That's what you should hear. So rewind it or just keep on going?
Just keep going.
Put on his Wikipedia page, like early life and
Can you
family,
hear that now?
legal career, U.S.
Yes.
Senate,
Yes.
Okay.
serial killer allegations. I haven't ate. I haven't slept. I won't stop until Ted Cruz.
No! Don't you mean
The Zodiac killer? No. You know that
Allegedly.
was just a meme, right?
Allegedly.
It's never just a meme. Boy. Look, sit down, I'll explain it to you. He wasn't even born until after the killings, alright? How do you explain that? Who said he wasn't born then? Him? You think a man who murdered multiple people and got away with it couldn't just lie about his birthday? You think a serial killer draws the line at photoshopping a birth certificate? Alright, good point, but they don't even look the same. Look at the picture. That's because one of them is wearing glasses. Look at this.
Yeah.
You see this?
One of them is wearing glasses. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Whoa, right?
Dun,
If you think
dun,
that's crazy,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
That
That's
confirmed
solid
it for
proof.
me. That's all I needed. That was it.
That's all we need. That's yeah.
Allegedly wearing glasses.
Ted Cruz, Cruise Ship, The Sweet Life on Deck, a groundbreaking TV show. And guess what Ted Cruz said his favorite TV show is? The Sweet Life on Deck? Exactly, Criminal Minds. Because he's got one of his own. I didn't say. Because he's got one of his own. Own, the Oprah Winfrey Network. Oprah, who's had hundreds of guests on her show, including Donald Trump. Who else is Criminal Minds? ISIS, who Donald Trump says we need to go after.
It gotta be stopped.
And Donald Trump is also running for president. Running for president, Run the Jewels, a hip-hop group formed by LP and Killer Mike, who supports none other than...
Yeah, that's the place before
Remember that for later. How am I supposed to remember any
election.
of this? So Donald Trump was interviewed by Oprah in 1988.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose.
1988, which was the year Ted Cruz graduated from high school.
What I want to do in life. My aspiration is to take over the world domination.
Donald Trump is currently #1 in the polls right now.
That's all the proof I need. He said it right then. I mean,
He's for world domination. I mean, duh.
And you can't achieve world domination without killing a few people along the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in the. I mean, yeah.
It's in the world domination manual.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because 1.25, just a little bit.
1 plus 1988 equals 1989. Oh, that's right. The title of Taylor Swift's Grammy Award-winning album, which included her smash hit "Shake It Off," which features.
It just sounds better set up.
Play. And the hate is gonna. Hate. Baby, I'm just gonna shake. I shake it off. Stop it. So Taylor Swift said her favorite food is cheesecake. And what dessert did Future like so much that he got turned into a meme?
I love cheesecake.
Cheesecake? Yes, cheesecake. And if Ted Cruz was to become president of the United States, he would change the future of America. Now, what's the best place to get these desserts? Cheesecake Factory? Exactly, the Cheesecake Factory. But if you want to make the cheesecakes at home, what can you buy? A cookbook. Book. Ted Cruz has also written a book. And guess what most of it's about? Cheesecake? What? How? No. A corrupt legislative process. It's time in the Senate. Why would you... Cheesecake? Because we're doing all this and you're thinking about food right now. Are you hungry? Because you... No. Why would you say cheesecake of all things? Because you were... Don't interrupt me. So cheesecake, right? That's what you can eat when you're feeling sad or down. E. Robert Downey Jr. All right, that's a reach. I have long arms. I know. Is it really a reach, though? What movie was Robert Downey Jr. in, huh? Zodiac, that's right. What other movie was he in? Avengers. Extremely popular franchise. Tons of merchandising. Toys, mugs, t-shirts, lunchboxes, cereal. Now, if you want to win a presidential election, what don't you take? An L, or a loss. Take the L out of cereal, and what do you get? Syria. Yes, Syria. Where Ted Cruz has been very critical of the Obama administration. He actually doesn't agree with most of Obama's views, promising to reverse many of his policies once in office. Now, let's reverse a couple things of our own. Reverse Syria. What do you get? Aries. Yes, Aries. The first astrological sign in the Zodiac. Now reverse this entire explanation. The Zodiac, serial killer, is Ted Cruz.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All rights reserved.
Why are you saying this all ominously? I'm afraid I can't let you leave. Wait. Smile. Smile. I am smiling. No. No.
Hi, I'm Ted Cruz.
No.
Wait.
Gotcha.
I also like cheesecake. I also like cheesecake.
Does that make me the killer?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So one thing that I was wondering, chat, let me know, does Ted Cruz have the most punchable face in the world?
I'll go ahead and say yes.
No, just because there's several others that are actually above that, like Nathan Thompson and Danny Pratt.
Yeah, true.
I would be too scared I would catch some sort of nasty disease if I punched either of them.
Oh, you must.
And you think that Ted Cruz doesn't have a nasty disease?
No, because he comes from privilege, so I mean, they tend to take very well care of themselves.
True.
Whereas Nathan Thompson or Danny Pratt don't take care of themselves.
No.
One of them's homeless and the other stays in the garage with a water heater. And a trimless door.
And doesn't know how to turn their camera around.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I hate to tell you guys, but I have proof that Ted Cruz is not the Zodiac killer.
Wait,
Allegedly.
what?
Because there are people that actually like the Zodiac killer.
Yeah. Not even Ted Cruz like Ted Cruz.
Roasted.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the only way he and his wife had kids was with a turkey baster.
Ooh, wow, savage, dude.
Wow.
Then again,
I still say test tubes are involved.
I think there's, I think we're safe from litigation because if Trump can insult his wife and he just like tuck his tail and run away like a bitch, then we should be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, Ted Cruz is a bitch.
Yeah.
That's not well, that is derogatory. But, that's just stating a fact that Ted Cruz is a little bitch.
So, let's go back to the wheel.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
I was about to say I don't have a jingle for it, but Bitch can bitch on that. Is Cruz the Zodiac killer?
Allegedly.
This is what's trending now video, so be prepared to stop every 30 seconds just in case.
Oh boy.
Ted Cruz is an accomplished lawyer, senator, political advisor, and also maybe, probably, one of America's most notorious killers, the Zodiac. The earliest mention of this hilarious but impossible theory comes from @RedPillAmerica in 2013 when they tweeted, #CPAC alert, Ted Cruz is speaking. His speech is titled, This is the Zodiac Speaking. But in the last few months, the idea has truly blossomed, and the evidence is mounting. Check out this original Zodiac cipher.
I'm sorry, but anytime I hear anything about red pill, it just makes me cringe because of all the flat earthers that think they're red pilling people by saying the earth is flat.
Same.
100% agree.
You ruined the movie franchise.
You know what's funny though is that they think that saying they're waking people up, because the red pill woke people up from the Matrix. That's just really funny to me because your body's not your body. Your mind is separate to the body that you think you exist in, and it was made by 2 trans women. So good
Flat
job,
earthers
bigots.
are very famous bigots.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not known for being inclusive or not transphobic at all. So,
I mean, how many flat earthers used to do transvestigations?
They still do it. It's just pathetic.
God, it really.
Yeah.
It cracked me up. What was it, like 2 years ago when Fight the Flat Earth was like, hey, I got transvestigated. Apparently, I'm a woman now. He was proud of it.
Yeah.
I thought he handled it really well.
Yeah. He even had a debate or something, and he was like, didn't you hear? Apparently, I'm a woman. And the Flat Earther was confused as hell.
Yeah. Well, back to the video.
All right.
Used to taunt the police in 1969. It remains unsolved, but look what you can spell with letters that are very close together. And look what happens when you rearrange the numbers and letters on an actual Ted Cruz bumper sticker. That's right, true Zodiac. Still not convinced? Check out this alternate ending of David Fincher's 2007 film Zodiac.
Dun, dun, dun.
Finally, the
Allegedly.
letters in Cruz's full name, Raphael Edward Cruz, can be rearranged to spell dreadful where czar. That's right, he's a
What?
horrible manufactured czar of war and hate. What's that? Ted Cruz was born in 1970 in Canada and didn't even come to America until after he was 3 and the Zodiac Killer had already murdered 7 people? Shut up! I say Ted Cruz is a Zodiac Killer. Donald Trump is Jabba the Hutt. In
Allegedly.
fact, I might just go to Ted Cruz was a Zodiac Killer.bigcartel.com
Alright, pause.
and buy a t-shirt that says
Am I the only one who's actually more surprised by Ted Cruz's real name than Ted Cruz being the Zodiac Killer?
You didn't know it was
Why does
Raphael?
his nose on that t-shirt look like a penis?
It-
Should we be blurring that out?
Well, I don't have the technology to do
That's
that.
a good
so-
question.
Yeah, that's a very good question. If your head is, if the tip is that close to your balls, I'm sorry, but
Oh my god.
I mean, it's like a top-down view or something. It's perspective. That's all it
this
is.
perspective, okay. If
Yeah.
that's what Ted Cruz says to keep him happy at night.
If he shaves his eyebrows, he'll gain an extra inch.
Why is his eyes blackened out like that? It just looks creepy. I think that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because he has no soul.
Well, yeah, I mean that's that's a known. Anyway, back to
says so. The proceeds go to West Fund, which works to make abortion accessible for all women in Texas. Let's look at some comments. At Cake Throttle, Ted Cruz is obviously not old enough to be the Zodiac Killer, so the real question is how did he accomplish these killings? Maybe it's like a Doctor Who thing where they just pass it, like they just keep passing it down. At Dances with Tammy's, in an incredible turn of events, we've been informed that the Zodiac Killer has killed himself after being mistaken for Ted Cruz. That is brutal. So what do you guys think? Is Ted Cruz the Zodiac or a
Wow.
different serial killer? Let us know in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more What's Trending.
Just think how embarrassed the Zodiac Killer is that people have likened him to Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
now he
think
just
that
wants
he
to
actually-
take back all of the killings and everything. Like, I don't even want to do this anymore, guys. I quit. I'm out. You compared me to Ted Cruz.
yeah,
I'm taking my ball and going home. Poor fella.
Yeah, poor Zodiac Killer. Wait. That's spin again. Spin and spin, will of fate. Show us what we must hate. Wait. Heidi Cruz.
Well, I do hate Heidi Cruz, so there you go.
That's not hard.
That should be this
I mean,
one.
look at her, and look at who she married.
Oh,
Jesus.
it's the Majority Report one. That's good. Prepared for a copyright claim.
All right.
Yay, for copyright claim.
Because people don't know what fair use is. See
Yeah.
also Thunderfoot.
Yes, he also Thunderfoot. Well, he didn't get a copyright claim. He got a lengthy email explaining to them how you owe me $750 for that 15 seconds of footage. Like,
I
dude,
love
this-
how that guy's crying on Twitter about
Yeah.
how Thunderfoot is evil and making him out to be a villain for trying to extort him.
Yeah, like, dude, you tried to extort him. You literally tried to extort him. What he's saying is factual. Anyway,
Yep. All right.
the channel I'm actually subscribed to, by the way.
What? Jordan,
But
tell
ladies
them.
and gentlemen, look, I don't want to spend too much time on Ted Cruz because it's not like there's any reason to believe he's some type of serial killer. And how do we know that he
But
must
there
be
is.
a...
Yeah.
Full on argument right there. There is an argument saying that Ted Cruz is the
I mean,
Zodiac killer.
look at it. Is
Just
that
look
a
at him.
face that a non-serial killer would actually have?
You have a very, very cogent point there. I mean,
Can you put this on like 1.25? He talks really slow.
yeah, he does kind of talk slow. Okay, let's continue.
serial killer?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you how we know he's not a serial killer. Because his wife says he's not. Or actually, does she say he's not?
Oh yeah,
Larry
almost.
Wilmore at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he referenced this stuff we've seen online. He kept saying Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer. What is your reaction to this?
Well, I've been married to him for 50 years, and I know pretty well who he is, so it doesn't bother me at all. There's a lot of garbage out there.
Yeah, it seems like particularly vicious.
Well, when you get close to winning, people get particularly vicious.
Now, that was Heidi Cruz. And as far as I can tell, she did not deny that he was the Zodiac killer. Now, I know...
yeah, there was no denial whatsoever.
No denying it whatsoever.
She didn't say that he wasn't like the Zodiac killer, but he's not the Zodiac killer, but he's not the Zodiac killer.
It's like how dangerously close to that she got. She's like, not,
I mean,
not,
you know,
not the Zodiac killer.
Considering
he's not the Zodiac.
Considering the Zodiac killer did kill people before Ted Cruz was born, I'm starting
That's
to
what
think
he just
Ted
wants
Cruz
you to
is
think.
just a copycat Zodiac killer.
I
and his
demand
dad was the real Zodiac killer.
I demand to see Raphael Cruz's birth certificate because that could be
I want to see the long birth certificate.
Yeah, the long form.
Yeah,
The long form birth certificate.
Yeah, we need to see his birth certificate because he may not have been born. He may have been born, you know, before he
Well, I mean,
claimed.
he was born in
like
Canada,
Raphael.
right?
Yeah, he's
Ted
born in
Cruz was born in
Canada.
Canada, right?
Yeah.
So how do we know that he's not lying about his year of birth?
Exactly.
Canadians
he's
are
not a
inherently
real American.
untrustworthy.
He's
Yeah.
not particularly
I
trustworthy.
mean, look at Christ Puncher. You can't trust that bastard.
You can trust him to eat ketchup chips.
You can
Yeah,
you can
that's
trust him
about
to you can trust him to do all the drugs in the drug room. So I mean,
Stop telling people about our secret drug room.
oh sorry, I'm not supposed to talk about drug room. Shit.
I mean, Cocaine Mountain is
Wait,
more like
so
the cocaine
that's not my
jungle
bedroom?
now after we let Punchy in.
Yeah, that's not your bedroom. Right? It's down the hall from your bedroom. Sorry.
But
We were
I've
running out of
been
rooms.
sleeping there for like the past week.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oops. We'll get that room sorted out later.
Again, preparation at the bunker.
What is that?
What's that? I really don't know what that word means.
Well,
Preparation,
preparations
like-
A through G failed, so now
Yeah.
we're on preparation H.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
And to be honest, on the whole, preparation H feels pretty good.
Yeah, it really does. But okay. Anyway. Let's get back to it.
From a strictly factual basis, the supposedly first murders committed by the Zodiac killer happened prior to Ted Cruz's birth. But
I
to
just
that, I
said
just
that.
say, I want to see the birth.
Allegedly. Sorry.
Do we
Allegedly.
know Ted Cruz was actually born when he claims he was born?
Oh,
I mean, see?
obvious
See?
personal theory.
Please.
It's two people, and it started with his dad.
Okay, pause.
I'm gonna start by saying I did not
watch this video beforehand, and I just completely accurately guessed what he was going to say. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
again,
So
we're
I
not
wanna-
we're not saying that he is the Zodiac killer, but we're not saying he's not the Zodiac killer.
Oh no,
I
I'm fully
just wanna
saying
bring
he's the
this up.
Zodiac killer.
So
Allegedly.
Ted Cruz, according to how old Ted Cruz says he is, Ted Cruz is 11 years older than me, but he looks at least 20 years older than me, maybe even 25 years older than me.
I was going to say, pushing it more
And
like
if
towards
he
30 years
was
older.
25 years older than me, then he would have been alive for all of the killings.
Ugly German Cruz has a good point. Can you call to birth if he had to hatch from a reptiloid egg on their spaceship?
See, that goes back to one of my favorite lines from Deadwood, when the hotel owner E.B. Farnham is talking to his little like punching bag, and he says, "Were you born Richardson or merely hatched?"
So, Christopher, when you were reading Ugly German Truth's comment, I hadn't clicked over to the stream and read it, and when you said reptiloid, I seriously thought you were saying rectal. And I do think that Ted Cruz hatched from a rectal egg.
Yeah, he was definitely pooped out. Yeah.
Because he is a piece of shit.
Hey, that's insulting to pieces of shit everywhere.
No, I think well, isn't he like 32 Curix?
I'd say more like 38, 39 Curix.
So he's still, he's only going to be second place. Randy is still going to be.
He's still number 2.
He's still number 2.
Even in the crapping contest, he comes in second place.
I love the very end where he just like spirals up.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? No, I'm good. I love that episode.
Hot, 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 hot.
So let's get back to it.
It's a family business.
It's a family business.
Well, but the other thing is, like she says, let's break down what she says. I've known him 15 years, so I know him pretty well.
Have there been any Zodiac killings in the last 15 years?
Well, I mean, she's not saying, no, he's not a killer. She's just saying, I know him pretty well.
If the reporter was more aggressive like us, I would have said, no. The question, Miss Cruz, is not whether you fear that he will kill you.
Right.
It's his general demeanor as the Zodiac killer. I am entirely convinced that she has spent enough time with him to think maybe he'll take, creepy photos of her or buy her inappropriate presents.
It does
but I
seem
don't
like
think
a
he's gonna
weird
harm her.
response, doesn't it? I mean, you wouldn't expect someone to say like, your husband is a killer. Well, I've been married to him for 15 years. Now, maybe what she should have said is,
I just know not to go into the freezer in the garage.
I just know not to go in the garage in
Hey.
general.
For all we know, she could be a cannibal, and Ted Cruz goes out and gets all the bodies and brings them back, and she eats them.
Ah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
That's the reason why she's not saying anything.
And one big body could last a couple months. There's a lot of meat on a human body. So that's every couple months he goes out, kills somebody, brings it back. She eats for another couple months. Plausible.
Doesn't he always brag about making the best chili and serving the best steaks?
Yeah, he does.
I'm just saying, long pig.
Well, Cartman made chili out of Scott Tenorman's parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was pretty delicious. So I guess human chili probably would be pretty good.
I can easily see the Zodiac killer Ted Cruz doing something like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm surprised Vish didn't come in and say allegedly that time.
Allegedly.
It's not allegedly anymore.
Yeah. I think we worked our way past allegedly a couple minutes ago.
look, I've known Ted for 15 years. He is a tremendous a-hole, but he's no killer.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm not sure how you answer that question.
Ted is so physically uncoordinated. He could never be some type of interstate serial killer.
Right.
Yeah, something like that. Ted's personal skills are so bad that
Okay,
can't
hold
move
on,
anybody into a
pause.
situation.
That little section right there, I can go ahead and go with the Jar Jar argument. Now, Jar Jar is, some people believe that he is the Sith Lord and everything like that, and he's always acting like he has no control over his body and everything. I think Ted Cruz is trying to throw everybody off by misdoing everything and acting like he has no coordination. So that way, when he goes out and does his stuff, people aren't going to think that he's the Zodiac killer. It's kind of like trying to play the long game, right, in a way.
I mean, Ted Cruz isn't even a good human. I mean, he's obviously
No.
a reptile. He's obviously a
I
reptile.
mean, you're trying to say that you're a giant.
I just want to point out that that is a Nazi microphone stand.
A what?
A Nazi microphone stand. See, it says Heil on it.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think it says MEIL.
No, it says Heil.
Or Neil. Oh, it's an N. It's definitely an N. That's an N, dude.
That's an H.
Anyway.
But he is very good at crossword.
There you go.
No one would allow him to get that close to them.
No. He's the type of guy who'd be like, excuse me, do you have the time? No.
Does Ted look like he spent a lot of time in San Francisco? Let's be real.
That's true.
Hi, I'm Sam Cedar, and this is an Ann Cole.
Okay. That's it for that
So-
video.
Tony Regime has a pretty good point. Ted Cruz was one of the Zodiac Killer's victims, and now the Zodiac Killer is wearing Ted Cruz's face, which is why his nose looks so weird.
Okay, that
His
explains
nose doesn't
everything as
quite
to why he's so large now.
And
And
it
his
also
smile.
explains why his face looks like a serial killer.
Yeah, because it's that smile
Well,
is just.
he is.
His
It doesn't matter
smile,
what his face looks like, since he is the Zodiac Killer. He's always going to look like a serial killer because he is one.
like that has bothered me for a while. It looks like he's actively in pain when he smiles.
Yeah, he
like
does.
smiling causes him
I
pain.
went. Did you ever see that video of him kissing his daughter? And his daughter just like recoils away from him as he's kissing her on the cheek. Like even his daughter is like, ew, no. Or that time he tried to kiss that baby and the baby's like, nope.
Even babies are like, no, we're
Yeah,
not
even
doing that.
babies are smart enough to know to recoil from him. Because he just looks like a creep. He's a creep. I mean, he's just creepy as fuck. I mean, God.
He really is.
Oh.
He reminds me, and I doubt anyone knows this name, but he reminds me of Mike Krzyzewski.
I have no clue who that is.
Not a clue.
He's Duke's basketball coach.
Again,
They-
no clue who that is.
They both kind of have that serial killer looking face and the painful smile and everything.
Still, I can never tell if he's smiling or frowning. And that's, I mean, how do you manage that? Because every time he smiles, it looks like, I mean, it just. I mean, have you seen him smile?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's very
scary.
creepy.
It's scary. He's a scary bitch. He's a hashtag scary bitch. Yeah, let's see what the Wheel of Pain has for us again. Wheel of Pain, show us what we can gain. Everything the Zodiac Killer has written.
Oh boy.
This one is this is a long one at 8 minutes, and the dude is really boring. So I'm gonna put it at 1.5 speed.
All right.
This is really boring. I'm not joking. Yeah.
All right. Today's read will be a read of everything the Zodiac Killer has ever put into print. That has been confirmed, of course. Sick of living, unwilling to die, cut, clean of red, clean blood spurting, dripping, spilling all over her new dress. Oh well, it was red anyway. Life draining into an uncertain death. She won't die. This time, someone will find her. Just wait till next time. All right, that was the first article. Let's continue onward.
Pause.
She was young and beautiful.
That really, really reminds me of Ted Cruz's book.
Oh.
Like that sounds like it was chapter 2 of Ted Cruz's book.
Of him slicing into a woman, then the blood draining onto her red dress.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what he said about Congress.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Slitting the throat of Congress, and yeah. But that's his entire point, is to kill democracy. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, that's what the GOP has become. They spent, the last 30, 40 years bitching about how government doesn't work. So now all they can do is try to kill
make
government.
it not work. Oh, like
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell said back when Obama was being elected, they want a government so small they could drown it in a bathtub.
Yep.
That's his literal words.
Which is funny because doesn't he want the government all up in your uterus and all up in your marriage and all up in your food and housing and stock market and all this other crap?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. They claim they want a small government, but then they want the government to regulate your entire life.
Yeah, don't regulate my business, but you can regulate women's bodies. That's fine.
Yeah. Don't regulate never mind. And you just said
well, corporations are people too.
Yeah. Well, if we treated them like they had a uterus, maybe they would lay the fuck off.
That'd be nice.
Corporations are rich white Christian men. Sorry. Yeah.
Fucking
rich white Christian cis het men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back into this chicanery? Yeah.
But now he's battered and dead. He's but the first, and she will not be the last. I lie awake nights thinking about my next victim. Maybe she will be a beautiful blonde that babysits near a little store and walks down the dark alley each evening about 7. Or maybe she will be a shapely blue-eyed brunette. That said, no, when I asked her for a date in high school. But maybe it will not be either. But I shall cut off her female parts and deposit them for the whole city to see. So don't make it easy for them. Keep your sisters, daughters, and wives off the streets and alleys. Miss Bates was stupid. She went to the slaughter like a lamb. She did not put up a struggle, but I did. It was a ball. I first pulled the middle wire from the distributor. Then I waited for her in the library and followed her out about 2 minutes. The battery must have been about dead by then. I offered help. She was then very willing to talk to me. I told her that my car was down the street and then I could give her a lift home. When we were away from the library walking, I said it was about time. She asked me about time for what. I said it was about time for her to die. I grabbed her around the neck with my hand over her mouth and my other hand with a small...
Yeah, this sounds like Ted Cruz's diary.
It sounds like his political stance, honestly.
That as well.
Basically, it sounds like his policy on women's reproductive rights.
Yeah. Just yank that shit out and show it for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue on with that.
Small knife to her throat. She went very willingly. Her breast felt warm, very firm under my hands, but only one thing was on my mind. Making her pay for all the brush-offs that she had given me during the years prior. She died hard. She squirmed and shook as I choked her, and her lips twitched. She let out a scream once, and I kicked her in the head to shut her up. I plunged the knife into her, and it broke. I then finished the job by cutting her throat. I'm not sick. I am insane. But that will not stop the game. This letter should be published.
I'm not sick. I am insane. Okay.
Yeah, that's Ted Cruz.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I mean, so far, this has done nothing to convince me that Ted Cruz is not the Zodiac killer.
Yeah, but he's not the Zodiac killer.
For all to read. And it just might save that girl in the alley. But that's up to you. It will be on your conscience, not mine. Yes, I did make that call to you also. And it was just a warning. Beware, I am stalking your girls now. She had to die, there will be more. Bates had to die, there will be more. Alright, that's the second article. And continue on to the third one. Dear editor, this is the murderer of the two teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman, the girl on the 4th of July, near the golf course in Biello. To prove I killed them, I shall state some facts which only I and the police know. Dear editor, I am the killer of the two teenagers last Christmas at Lake Herman and the girl on the 4th of July. To prove this, I shall state some facts which I and the police know. And it just repeats that statement over and over again. I didn't realize that. So, next article. Brand name of the ammo, Super X. 10 shots were fired. The boy was on his back with his feet in the air. The girl was on her right side, feet to the west. The girl was wearing patterned slacks, and the boy was also shot in the knee. Brand name of the ammo was Western. Okay, I guess actually, now that I think about it, that was actually part of the letter. I had it separated by 2 line breaks per article, and I guess I had copied that.
Oh yeah.
So that was actually part of
Early German Truth, the reason he's talking so fast is because I've sped him up to 1.75 speed.
the previous article. So we'll go to the next one.
Just so you know.
Here's the part of cipher where the other 2 parts of the cipher are being mailed to the editors of the Biello Times Examiner. I want you to print the cipher in the front page of your paper. I want the cipher to be my identity. If you do not print the cipher in the afternoon of Friday, I will go on a killing rampage Friday.
You know who this guy sounds like?
What's that?
He sounds like Venom Fang X.
Who?
Oh God.
Venom Fang X.
Yeah.
Again, who?
He's the guy that started a.
Meaning, explain who that is, not repeat that you just said their name.
Yeah, he's the guy that tried to copyright claim Thunderfoot
Strike
10 years ago.
Strike.
Or yeah, copyright strike Thunderfoot like 10 years ago, and ended up realizing that he was in a world of shit for doing it.
Yeah, because...
and so he ended up having to make this video basically calling himself out, crying that he had learned his lesson and that he should not do things like that. And that's exactly what his voice sounds like.
Yeah, he does. It really does. Venom Fang X is a unique case in that he upright struck every single video of Thunderpuss that had him in it. And I think he did it some total like 5 or 6 times because he ended up in a lawsuit almost, because I think it was Thunderfoot said either delete your channel or you're gonna have a lawsuit. It was like a ultimatum, basically. And he ended up deleting his channel.
Lol.
Yeah. He was some like crazy
Christian
creationist bastard, and got mad that Thunderfoot called him out, and so he just copyright struck everything that Thunderfoot said about him, and Thunderfoot took him behind the woodshed and whipped his ass.
Wait a minute. Whoa, Venom Fang X. Now I know what that... I remember this because someone who watched his channel regularly ended up becoming one of those incel types that murdered this girl that he went to college with.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn.
That's where I recognize that name from now. Yeah, I saw it on a little true crime show the other day, and they were talking about how, toxic Venom Fang X was, and how he was very like misogynistic, evangelical type, and women should be this, that, and the other. And one of the guys who was like super active in his comments and all this other stuff ended up like turning into one of those incels and brought a gun to his theater course, and yeah, it was not good.
Yeah.
So there was a huge discussion on like, do they hold Venom Fang X accountable for any of this or whatnot? So now I recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venom Fang, just like Ted Cruz, was one royal piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're naming yourself Poisonous Fang. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Everything you say is venomous.
His voice is fresh in my mind because of the threat Thunderfoot got this past week, and made a video and actually brought up Venom Fang X and part of his apology video. And I just like, I remember seeing everything from that a few years ago, and then saw that, and then hear this guy's voice, and I'm like, holy shit, is this guy Venom Fang X? Allegedly.
Allegedly. All rights reserved.
Move on again until I end up with a dozen people over the weekend. Here is a cipher, or that is part of one. The other two parts have been mailed to
That
Examiner
does.
of the Chronicle.
Damn, that now that
I
I've
will print the cipher on the
hear it
front page
again.
by Friday afternoon, August. If you do not do this, I will go on a killing rampage that Friday night. It'll last the whole weekend. And I guess that also repeats multiple times. So here are the contents of the Zodiac Killer ciphers, and this is the famous broken one. I believe it's the 403 cipher. I like killing people because it's so much fun. It's more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous game of all. To kill something that gives me the most thrilling experience has been even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be sorry, I started there. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise, and those who I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife. And the other cipher is, I'll do it because I've done it so many times I can't stop, because each that I kill makes it worse, and I must kill. More than the most prized game, I'll never give my name because you don't understand. Next time, I will send a patch of human skin if there is some left over. So, those are that's the Zodiac Killer's contents. That's everything we have in print, I do believe. I have been working for the past 4 years occasionally trying to break the Zodiac Killer cipher. I believe I may be close, although that's subjective because it hasn't been broken in the past 40 years, so.
When was this video made?
2016.
2016.
Oh yeah, he's way behind. They cracked that last one.
Yeah.
They did that within the last 2 months?
Okay.
Yeah, it just got cracked. I remember seeing something about it, like, wasn't it right before Christmas?
Yeah, the 340 cipher, did he already mention that? Because literally they just did it. Like,
Yeah, he just said.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about, saying he was working on.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone cracked it just like right before Christmas.
yeah, like a bunch of this dropped in December. So basically, the very long story short is they didn't go laterally or vertically to solve it. You actually had to start like in one of the corners and go more or less diagonally. And those were the letters in sequence. And then you had to figure out what they stood for. The long story short, it took a lot of computer work and some adjusting because Zodiac was a notoriously bad speller. So they did crack it, and he actually made a reference to the fact that he had watched the imposter call into the TV show saying like he was afraid of the gas chamber, and in the cipher he's like, that dude's a fraud. I'm not scared of the gas chamber. I'm not afraid to die. And everyone's like, what? So yeah.
All right. I pulled up an article. Would you guys like for me to read it about solving the cipher?
I just gave you the broad strokes. Everything else is going to pretty much tell you the same thing. The decipher, I can read a section of the code they deciphered. He said, like, that wasn't me on the TV show. It brings up a point about me. I'm not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise. He spells it with a C. All the sooner, because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has nothing when they reach paradise. Again, he spells it with a C. So they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise with a C. Death. So, yeah.
Yeah. And it was solved by a couple of computer programmers and a mathematician.
Yeah, they were amateur code breakers. They weren't like CIA professionals or anything.
David Aranchik, a software developer in Virginia, Jarl van Eyck, a Belgian computer programmer, and Sam Blake, an Australian mathematician.
Yeah, it took them a while to kind of land on the idea of going diagonally, but they had run so many different algorithms and permutations that it was one of the very few things left. So there's a lot of videos out on it.
15 years to actually solve it.
Part of it is because, again, this spelling is atrocious. Second of all, there's no punctuation, obviously. And then third, it's not a perfect diagonal. There would be times where there would be like a letter slightly off to another column or a row or something, and they would kind of have to manually try to adjust it. But yeah, there's some pretty good deep dive videos on that if you guys want to check them out sometime.
Yeah. And Yeah, for some reason, the Zodiac Killer said that he would never tell them his name, so that's why the cipher does not say Ted Cruz.
Well,
I mean, come on, that's impeccable reasoning, right?
Of course. Flawless logic.
So, let's spin that wheel again. Spin, spin, wheel of pain. Pump that shit right in my vein.
Wheel of morality, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Is Cruz the Zodiac Killer? Short answer,
Well, he's
yes.
not the Zodiac.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This one is the Rational National. Another channel I'm actually subscribed to.
Okay. I just have to say that look at his face in that shot. Does that not look like someone cut off someone's face and put it over their own?
It looks like he stuffed his nose, but did it really badly, so his nose bothers me a lot.
Like if you ever watch, the like psycho killers that cut the victim's face off, like those movies, they cut the victim's face off and wear the face. Like House of a Thousand Corpses, I think they did it.
Or Face Off.
That's exactly what it looks like.
All right, tell us about Raphael.
Is Ted Cruz the Zodiac Killer?
Is Ted Cruz the Zodiac Killer? That was a question posed in a recent public policy polling survey in Florida, where 38% think it's possible. Of those, 10% said yes, he is the Zodiac Killer. And 28% were unsure, not ruling it out. According to
So in other words,
this idea
internet
originated from a
trolls
March
did not find that poll in time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that poll tells you is that internet trolls did not
Yep.
find it in time.
Hashtag Bodie McBoatface.
Bodie McBoatface. God, I love that.
Ugly German True says he saw the Ark of the Covenant from Indiana Jones, but only in reflection and only for half a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2013 tweet by Red Pill America, when Cruz was taking the stage at the Conservative Political Action Conference. The joking tweet read, CPAC alert, Ted Cruz is speaking. His speech is titled, This is the Zodiac speaking. There is an inherent creepiness in Ted Cruz that a lot of people are picking up on. His cadence, his mannerisms, his face. It's not hard to see why people feel this way.
I'd been told folks in Nevada kind of like their guns. As a Texan, I understand.
That's the one. His daughter right there.
That Sam I am, that Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. I do not like them Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Can I say, okay.
The funny thing about that one right there is he was talking about Obamacare, and he doesn't even get the whole point of Dr. Seuss's green eggs and ham, that you should try it first before you say you don't like it.
Yeah.
Because he was literally reading that to filibuster Obamacare, actually taking effect.
Yeah.
I'm like, he lacks all sense of retrospective as well as understanding.
Pretty much.
I just had to point that out.
He's your cookie cutter neoconservative GOP senator.
Yeah. But add on to that a layer of creepiness that nobody can explain, except for by saying.
I mean, I've never seen a non-creepy neocon GOP senator.
Good point. I can't say. No, he was trying to defund. He was trying to filibuster the Obamacare so it wouldn't be funded. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just figured I'd point that out. Yep. Just the irony involved.
Let me first of all say, to God be the glory.
Broadcast media has picked up on this as well. This is Chris Matthews on MSNBC.
There's a troll-like quality to Cruz. He operates below the level of human life. I think he appeals to people's negativity rather than their joy. I don't think people feel good about voting for Cruz. And there's something about him that's negative, menacing.
Another striking thing about Cruz is his ability to attract other weird people to his campaign, including James Woods, the thin-skinned actor who sued a random unknown Twitter user for $10 million after claiming that Woods was a cocaine addict. Phil Robertson, the homophobic and deeply religious reality star from Duck Dynasty. And Glenn Beck.
Yeah, James Woods is definitely a crazy neocon as well. I did want to point out a couple of things in chat. Tony Regime, I caught that too. He said mannerisms. Like, I noticed that there was a U in there as well. And yeah, Son of Sam was the guy in New York, I believe. New York City, that his dog told him to kill people. But who knows? Ted Cruz could have been Son of Sam as well.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All rights reserved.
Believe the president is trying to pick a fight. If any state goes into rebellion, he would just say, you know what?
And Glenn Beck is just an idiot, an asshole. And he reportedly told people that he was insane, and they spun him in that the gyroscope thing, and that it turned out all right, that his cancer got cured, and so did his depression. Because he had cancer that was giving him depression somehow. Yeah, Glenn Beck's piece of work. He really is. If you look into Glenn Beck's history, dude's nuts.
I used to love Jon Stewart making fun of Glenn Beck.
Yeah, that was
I missed the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Like that was, I watched that show. I started watching that show in college. I watched that show until he quit. So like 15 years almost every night watching that show. I loved him.
Wasn't it who was it that was in it before him? I liked him better. Conan O'Brien? Was it Conan O'Brien?
No, it was crap.
It was a redhead. That's what I remember. I can't remember who. Oh,
it was the guy in Old School that played the boyfriend that tried to have sex with the girl that was working at the party. What is his name?
I'm gonna look up his name after this.
Yeah, but no, he almost drove that show into the ground, and then Jon Stewart took over, and he's the one who actually turned it into what it became. And
yeah, but I like him.
Look at the people whose careers got started from being on the Daily Show after Jon Stewart.
Stephen Colbert,
Steve Carell,
John Oliver, Louis Black,
Olivia Munn.
Louis Black became a good comedian because of that show. Craig
he
Kilborn.
was around before, but he definitely got a platform. So yes, Craig Kilborn, that's it.
I used to love Craig Kilborn, though. I mean, that's just me. He ended up getting a talk show on his own, but then it wasn't very successful, and I think he stopped. Anyway, this is about Ted Cruz being the Zodiac killer, not.
But the last episode that Jon Stewart was on the Daily Show, when they had all of the old correspondents come back.
Oh yeah,
like just looking at everyone and being like, "Holy crap!" Like they're in a ton of movies now, and even Josh, what's his name, the chubby guy from Frozen and Pixels, like he was a correspondent for a month or something, and then got a big movie role and left.
I love the whole battle with Arby's he had.
And then Arby's actually made commercials thanking Jon Stewart for doing the show and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Corddry, he's another one, and I love Rob Riggle. He's hilarious, and the fact that he's a former U.S. Navy SEAL makes it even funnier.
That's it, Mandy too, but I don't have the role in Avatar. No, Cameron one. I'll do German Truths, just it.
Yeah, Asif Manvi, he's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Interns. Isn't that the name of the movie? Owen Wilson and what's his name, where they become interns at Google?
I don't know. I never saw that.
Vince Vaughn. Asif Manvi was like the guy that ended up making the decision that they could come be interns.
Oh, Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
Oh, the German Truth said.
That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. But anyway, we were talking about Ted Cruz, not doing this.
Open up the prisons, and he would open up the federal prisons.
Okay, so he's backed by some questionable individuals. But is Ted Cruz the Zodiac Killer? No, he isn't. This is from The Independent. For the record, Ted Cruz was born in Canada in 1970, 2 years after the first confirmed Zodiac killing in California. So there you have
Allegedly.
it. Ted Cruz is not the Zodiac Killer. But what about his dad?
But what about his dad? That's that video.
No, his dad killed John Kennedy.
We're making progress here. Let's see now.
Yeah.
Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. We might actually
Luckily,
make all
they're
of them
all
tonight.
pretty short videos. So
Yeah, we might actually get all of them tonight. I mean,
yeah, we're only just over an hour at this point.
yeah. Well, let's spin that wheel. Spin, wheel of morality. I have no clue how this ends. Trump doubles down on JFK. This one's only 4 minutes, so yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing about Trump. Whatever he says is the opposite of the truth.
Yeah.
So that means that Ted Cruz's dad had nothing to do with JFK's assassination.
But
Just putting that out there.
What if it's the opposite of the truth, though?
No, it's just the opposite of the truth.
Oh, okay.
That's what I learned from 4 years of having Trump as the president. Whatever he says, the opposite, that's what the truth is.
Okay. That makes sense.
Like when he said he had big hands.
Yeah, look at those hands. They are baby hands. You know, like, it reminds me of that scene in Deadpool when his arm's growing back. It's like a little baby arm.
I love that scene.
The better scene though is when his legs grew back.
Yeah.
That was better, but still, that was hilarious scenes. Anyway.
I didn't start anything with the wife. A pack, which he's very friendly with, released a cover story
Relist.
on my wife, who was a tremendously successful and elegant model. And she was on the cover of GQ magazine. I think it was GQ, right? A GQ magazine's not
I can't
exactly penthouse.
stand his voice.
But she was on the cover of GQ magazine. An artsy picture, but that's why she was a model. Really successful.
Oh, I sped it
She
up.
didn't need to marry me. She was making a lot of money. Believe me. I had to work hard to get her to marry me. It wasn't that easy. It's true. It's so true. You think I'm kidding? So
he had to grab her by the pussy twice.
Yeah.
To the people of the state of Utah. I love Utah. I love the people of Utah. But that's not where you want to necessarily send a risque picture. Everybody in Utah got a picture. And I don't think they showed that it was GQ. I don't even think they showed. They took the GQ off. They just had the
Grandpa Simpson rambles less than this motherfucker.
Yeah, and he points at the sky more effectively. Old man yells at clouds. That's essentially what Trump did his entire presidency. was old man yelling in a cloud. Anyway.
From, a reasonably respected magazine. And it was Melania Trump. Now, and I'm saying this just to clear it up because they said, he took it. I didn't do anything. Then when I saw somebody tweeted a picture of Melania and a picture of Heidi, who I think, by the way, is a very nice woman and a very beautiful woman. I have to tell you, I think Heidi Cruz is a great person. I think it's the best thing he's got going in his kids, if you want to know the truth. In a certain way, although he's got good intellect, but he doesn't know how to use it. And he was a good debater, but he didn't do well in the debates against me. According to every poll, every poll, just great debater, except he lost in every single poll in every single debate. So that takes care of the Heidi thing, because Heidi's a terrific woman, but they sent out. Now, he said, that was a pack. We had nothing to do. Folks, a lot of us are political people, right? We're not babies. His people were on
What the fuck is he even talking about?
I don't know.
The dude can't stay on one subject. We all know this. He can't stay talking about one thing. He can never finish one thought without something else jumping in there.
It's like he's trying to interrupt his own sentences with different thoughts. Like halfway through a sentence, his mind just goes somewhere else, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
yeah." Remember when oh shit, what was it? They tried to get Google AI to write a speech based off of his old speeches, and it came out sounding.
And the computer killed itself.
No, it actually sounded like a Trump speech. It really just.
Well, yeah, you can put one monkey in a room with a typewriter and write a Trump speech.
Yeah.
You don't need a room full of monkeys.
You just need one.
Unlike Shakespeare,
that
you need
one monkey is Jut Monk.
Yes. No. I can't insult Jut Monk like that. Even Jut Monk can write.
He is drunk enough.
When he's too
He's
drunk,
a drunk monkey. What else do you want from him?
Pretty much.
Yeah. The computer kirked its own circuits. Too soon. Too soon. Too soon.
He said, we had nothing to do. We had it. Now, probably you could trace it down with emails, but they're pretty smart. They don't even send, probably just phone calls. But look, it was a pact.
Oh yeah, Lee Derman Truth does bring up a good point with Jut Monk. The shit comes out of the other end of the body.
It really comes out of both ends with him.
Yeah, with Trump it does come out of both ends.
Super PAC. I think he even said, well, it wasn't really meant for us. It was a Cruz PAC. It was his people. Okay, so they sent out the first picture. Please remember. Number 2, his father. I don't know his father. I met him once. I think he's a lovely guy. All I did is point out the fact that on the cover of the National...
He thinks he's a lovely guy based on the fact that he only met him once? You could meet the Zodiac Killer once and think he's a lovely guy.
Yeah. Hey, I got a joke. What's the difference between Trump and a bucket of shit?
The bucket of shit serves a purpose?
The bucket.
Oh, the bucket. Okay.
Anyway.
Oh man, Tony Regime. He forgets to turn off predictive text when he writes his speeches.
That's how he writes his speeches.
With
he just uses predictive text, and he hits the word on the right every time.
God.
Inquiry, there was a picture of him and crazy Lee Harvey Oswald having breakfast. Now, Ted never denied that it was his father. Instead, he said, Donald Trump, I had nothing to do with it. This was a magazine that, frankly, in many respects, should be very respected. They got O.J., they got Edwards, they got this. If that was the New York Times, they would have gotten Pulitzer Prizes for their reporting. I've always said, why didn't the National Enquirer get the Pulitzer Prize for Edwards and O.J. Simpson and all of these things? But anyway, so they have a picture, an old picture, having breakfast with Lee Harvey Oswald. Now, nothing, I'm not saying anything. They said, and here's how the press takes that story. So this had nothing to do with me, except I might have pointed it out, but it had nothing to do with me. I have no control over anything. I might have pointed it out. But they never denied. Did anybody ever deny that it was the father? They're not saying, oh, that wasn't
the father.
The
Pointed it out.
Looks like him.
I wonder if he pointed it out. He only said that he didn't point it out, or he pointed it out like 5 or 6 times in a row there. So I wonder if he did.
Yeah. Did he point it out, or did he not point it out? Or did he not point it out?
I mean, okay, so one time, when I was in high school, I had lunch with this guy, and several years later, he had a small child that had an accident on a playground and died. Am I responsible for his child having an accident on the playground because I had lunch with him? No. So
Yes.
what the fuck does this have to do with anything, Trump?
Yeah, exactly.
So here's the story. The press takes that and they say, Donald Trump and his conspiracy theories, he went out and said his father was with Lee Harvey Oswald and he assassinated the president. What did I do? So, two things. Those were the 2 points. So on those 2 points, he said about the endorsement, and I just had it cleared up. I think I'm doing the right thing in doing it, but I have to do it. Number one, the Heidi thing you understand now. Number two, I know nothing about his father.
Yeah, that ended
He
abruptly.
said he was a great guy.
Yeah. He just said that Lee Harvey Oswald was a great guy. It's like, what?
What the fuck did he even say?
I
Like
don't know.
that video was what, 3 minutes long or something. What was he even talking about? I don't even know what was going on.
I don't know. That's why I added it, because it's like, what? What? Like, this, listening to him speak.
I tried reading a Trump speech one time, and it was the weirdest thing I've ever tried to read. Like I couldn't even make heads or tails of what was going on trying to read it. Oh,
Well, we
I'm so glad he's not our president anymore.
Yes, me too. Okay, now one more option.
The funny thing is, or I guess the ironic thing is, by Trump not getting elected, he did make America great again.
And guess what we ended up on this time? The one that... Yeah.
More Trump. Oh boy.
It's about Trump. That's, and which one is that one? Yeah, this one. It's only a minute long, so...
This man is a pathological liar.
Ted Cruz erupts after Donald Trump links Cruz's father to none other than JFK assassin Lee Harvey Oswald.
His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald being, shot. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. What is this, right prior to his being shot? And nobody even brings it up. I mean, they don't even talk about that. That was reported, and nobody talks about it.
Trump made the explosive allegations in a live phone call on Fox and Friends, basing them on a report in last week's National Enquirer. Ted Cruz's father linked to JFK assassination. The tabloid, which is supporting Trump for president, claims this man is Ted Cruz's father, Raphael, handing out leaflets with Oswald in August 1963, 3 months before President Kennedy was assassinated.
What was he doing with Lee Harvey Oswald shortly before the death, before the shooting?
Apparently handing out flyers.
Yeah. Handing out flyers. It's just.
So I'm not sure who she is, but that woman on the right there looks like she just figured out that Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
Yeah. It does.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All that's reserved.
Like you can see the wheels turning in her mind,
Like,
realizing
shit.
that he did it.
Like, oh shit. He's gonna kill me next, isn't he?
Is the National Enquirer.
Oh yeah, that's
Carly
Carly
Fiorina.
Fiorina.
Never really
That's
heard
who
words
it
of
is.
coming from Ted Cruz against his rival, biting, scathing critique of Donald Trump.
Ted Cruz's father fled Cuba penniless in the 1950s and is today a leading evangelical preacher. Historian Thomas Whalen, an expert on the Kennedy assassination, has studied the image.
No one has ever identified this person, his identity. And I think now to say that it's Ted Cruz's father is something of a stretch.
Yes, my dad killed JFK. He is secretly Elvis, and Jimmy Hoffa is buried in his backyard.
See, he admitted it.
Yep.
He admitted it. I mean, he admitted it. There we go.
All right. Well, you go.
There you go. He admitted it. I mean, three left. I think we can do one
Do
more. One more. Yeah, this stream has not turned out that great. Ooh, Ted Cruz looking at porn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
This one might be a little bit
You know,
NSFW, but
I so thinking about, well, knowing what this is about and knowing the way Ted's daughter reacted when he tried to kiss her, I feel you, hun. I really do.
Yeah.
I understand. If you need me to call CPS for you, I can. Uh, I hope she's safe. That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. That's
Yes, that
right.
is his O face.
That is definitely his
Just ask
face.
Heidi. That's his smile.
Yeah, that's him smiling.
Ted Cruz in that porn. Ted Cruz in that porn. Good morning. Ted Cruz in that. Well, I'm a big fan of porn. And heaven knows I wouldn't be judging him. Try to ban dildos.
Is it sad that I know who the porn star was there?
In that porn. Ted Cruz in that porn.
I'm so glad we aren't monetized so we can actually play stuff like that.
Ted Cruz in that porn.
Yeah, that was just a joke. What I found. I was like, why not?
Yeah.
I think that is a good one to end the night with.
What a multi-talent he is. I mean, he's a Zodiac killer and he likes incest porn.
No, it was cuck porn that he liked.
Oh, I was thinking it was incest.
No, it was cuckold.
Oh.
He,
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's worse or better than what you thought.
I mean, they're about the same, really.
Yeah.
On the levels of porn out there, and thinking about, like, I wonder if that's what he's like in real life. I wonder if Heidi makes him watch and, degrades him.
Oh, anyway, can we,
And that's our show, everyone.
Yep, that's our show, everyone. We found out that tonight that Ted Cruz is allegedly the Zodiac killer.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Does everybody want to say good night?
I think Ted actually got Vishanti. Because she hasn't, and for no reason, because neither of them have said anything for quite a while now.
Yeah. And they're both women, so
Yeah.
he did like going after women.
Yeah. So R.I.P. Vish and Raisin.
R.I.P. in peace.
Yes.
Or pieces, whatever the case may be.
Like this if you cry every time.
So yeah, let's say good night and end on a bright note.
Yeah.
Remember,
All right.
in 5 hours, Bunker 33 features Attack from Space. So if you want to stay up, that's a great show to tune in for.
Or if you're like me and you have a chronic problem with insomnia this week, you can just wake up at 3 in the morning and stay awake.
That happens to me a lot too.
Yeah, me as well.
But for some reason, it never happens to me on Sundays. I don't understand why. Like the one time where if I did wake up, I could watch a good show, I don't wake up.
I cry every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this if you cry every time.
All right,
I
well,
love you
thanks.
5
I know
ever.
that our crew tonight was very small, but it was intimate. We appreciate
what she
that.
said.
And intimacy is great and communication is great. We love you all. Well, not you, but we, you know who you
But
are.
everyone else.
But everyone else is all right.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.